Hello guys, CynicUK here today. We're gonna go for another Predecessor video. We're gonna be playing Drongo in the marksman role. Yeah, we have on our team, we have Pinzo, Kirshi, sorry if I say your name wrong, Windu, and Felix, or Shinx, as everyone knows. Against White Angel, J-Pie, Grave Sheet, and the Cooch, and Tino. Okay, so I'll leave it auto open at this point. Right, so we're going to buy double health potion. We normally buy double health potion because we're doing a lot of trading in lane. So I'm going to be taking E for red rounds. Red rounds is basically Drongo's bread and butter. So basically he does a short period of time where he has uranium bullets that irradiate any target hit by a basic attack for 5 seconds. Each time allies hit again, the new stack of radiation is added. Basically it does damage, and also the fact that it stacks with Wastelander because it's a spell. So Drongo's abilities that deal increased damage equal to 25% of his critical strike chance. Additionally, both of his critical strike chance and abilities deal 1% of target's maximum health as physical damage over 3 seconds. So basically his bread and butter ability is play around his E and then use his R&B and Q either defensively or offensively. Q is mostly defensively to like stop an Arbash ultimate or stop a Fengmal from using abilities on top of you, etc, etc. So I started the game with a marksman crest. So successful basic attacks and kills restore health. After restoring 300 health, evolves into sharpshooter crest. And basically you can speed this up by auto-attacking everything, auto-attacking successful autos. So I can hit autos onto the minions, I can hit autos onto the camps, I can hit autos onto the gold buff, autos onto enemies. Last hitting gives me 4 stack, I think. Yeah, I think when you last hit you get 4 stacks. Or that could be the second tier. I could be wrong. We'll see. So last hit here. Yep. So okay, last hitting does give you 4. Or is it 5 stacks? Let's see. So I have 15, 16. Okay, so it does give you 5 stacks. I'm sorry for the misinformation. It's hard to keep up with everything new, man. It's hard to keep up. So I'm going to use my E to get radiation rounds. 1 hit. So as you can see in the distance, that large pop of damage. Basically, that's my radiating rounds popping. And obviously the tick damage is from my passive. So what I want to do is, you want to stack your crest as fast as possible basically, because it gives you decent stats and it also gives you a decent active. Or we'll talk about all of them as we get towards them. I'm going to take my R&B for the slow in case they walk towards me while I'm this far up, because I am pretty exposed this far up, but we do have a ward in the red side quadrant, so we can make use of that. So basically all I'm doing is just autoing. I don't want to hard push, I just want to make sure I'm last hitting. I want to make sure I'm keeping up my stacks on my crest. Gold buff is coming up and we have lane prio right now. Our jungler is coming this way as well, so this gives us a perfect opportunity to look for a pick if my guy wants to go for a thunk. Okay, so I'll explain the Boomerang in a second as well. I'll explain most of his kit, how the Boomerangs. I should have explained it as I leveled it up. So basically the Boomerang, it applies a slow when it hits an enemy. It can also be used to clear waves and deal damage to waves. I'll show you a good example in a second. So I can throw down a Boomerang, it applies a slow, and it moves with the cursor. That's the thing to keep in mind, is the fact that you can throw it around corners, you can curve it. So let's say for example right here. So I'm going to throw my Boomerang over here and I'm going to put it back from this way. So if I throw it over here, it goes around, and it comes back from the right. So I can use it to hit him. So I'm going to throw it over the right and I'm going to throw it to the left. Ready? Throw it over there, comes back, and it comes wraps around. So if it hits minions, it will keep going in the trajectory. It won't stop unless it hits its max range or it hits a wall after the minions. The same with enemy heroes. It won't stop. The only time it stops is if it hits its max range, which is 1,800 units, or it hits the environment, which I'll showcase in a second once I get rid of this. Hope Window's fine. Should be fine. I have flash in case, if necessary.
An ally has been slain.
That is very unfortunate. I was doing gold buff. So gold buff, basically what it does is at 3 minutes, a gold buff will spawn. It spawns at 140 gold, but every minute after the spawn time, it will increase by 10 gold per minute. also have a flash, which as you can see comes in very useful. So the only reason I got spanked there because the minions and obviously the fact that he uses E and yeah. So his Q ability, so you want to max E. You want to max E, and then you max. I don't honestly. There is no right or wrong way of maxing it. If you max your R&B, you get a better slow. So you could also go for that. So gas grenade. So Drongo tosses a tear gas grenade up to 1,000. So we'll throw it down like this. So it creates this like dust. Anyone that walks inside of it will get like grayscale, and they'll be unable to use abilities. If, for example, Narbash was to, for example, I throw it down here, Narbash walks through whilst ulting and stands inside of the gas grenade, it will cancel the ability and it will put it on cooldown. So yeah, Narbash countered. It obviously works with Gideon if he's on the floor, stuff like that. It can work with any other ability. So say for example if a Chimera jumps on you, you can use it, dance around in it so you can't ult you, same with Feng Mao, etc, etc. I want to continue, keep maxing. I want to hard push this so I can go help my Lena. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Keep stacking my thing. So one thing I like to do genuinely is I like to take jungle camps where possible. I should not have used my E there because right now I need to run away. I don't want to take this duel anymore because I don't have my E. The E is the bread and butter. Especially if you're against a Drongo itself, if you're in a mirror matchup, if you're Drongo versus Drongo, you don't want to go for a mirror for a trade if you don't have rad rounds and he does, and vice versa. If he uses rad rounds and he doesn't get any value from them, that's when you want to play aggressive because there's a huge amount of damage that he's missing out on. But as you can see, you have to be very careful about how much mana, how many abilities you cast because it does run at you out of mana real quick. So it's important that you understand when to use it, how to use it, and situations where you don't want to use it, etc, etc. I don't think we want to fight this, but Windu wants to go in. He's level 3. We just need to farm and chill, I think. Alright, this is really stupid of me to do this, to be honest, but Narbash has no mana right now, so I'm just going to risk it. So I'm going to clear this wave, use my Boomerang to AoE the whole wave. So Narbash, as you saw there, one of the minions' health bar went from orange, went from red to orange. That's because the Narbash can heal minions, or ally minions. So the gold buff is up. I don't really want to let them get it. Okay, I couldn't bend it around the corner. So in that situation, if I walked forward a little bit and threw it out, so basically it works like it would do in real life, right? It has to clear the corner before you can curve it to make sure it actually like goes around the corner, if that makes sense. So you have to kind of like understand the range and understand when to throw it and when to curve it. It's kind of like a mini game almost within his kit. Nice stun. And he gets out because I have no mana. As you saw there, I was like grayscaled for a second. Sorry. Sorry, saying it's my ground. Right. So where were we? So right here, I want to clear this wave and I want to back. We are invading. I probably should be there. But honestly, I don't want to miss out on these stacks. They're very important, especially in terms of power in a mirror matchup. You want to make sure that you're the one ahead, not the one behind. So they bought. So this is pretty bad for me. Because now I don't have flash. I should not have come in here. I think, honestly, in a smart situation, I should have noticed that that was a very bad situation to be in. The fact that they came back from base. We need to keep an eye on death timers. We need to keep an eye on the rotations and look at the map. Who's missing, who's not missing. And go from there. The fact I don't have flash, if they had flash right now, I probably would be dead. So I'm just going to go this way because it's closer to the tower. Well, it actually doesn't matter which way. I think right side's closer to the tower. So, Drongo, you can go 2 builds. You can go like Assassin-y, or you can go like full-blown crit damage. I feel like you can go on hit with him, but you're missing out on a lot of like damage from his passive if you go on hit. It does give you early power spike, but you fall off a lot harder, especially if you don't get ahead. So right now I have the same farm. I have one less kill, and I've got the same amount of gold buffs as him, but he had a higher tier gold buff, as we should say. So as you can see, I get grayscale when I walk into it. No. Okay, so as you saw there, I used my ultimate. So we'll talk about the ultimate in a second. I probably should have talked about it when I actually got it instead of talking about it now. But hey, it's better late than never. So let's clear this, and we should go gold. We should go gold 100%. They got that. That's fine. I'm going gold. I don't necessarily care about killing that tower right now. Windu can probably kill it by himself with the minions. So, I mean, there is gold. I probably should have gotten it and then back, but the death timers are so short that if I stay around and kill that tower and they come back and I'm on gold buff, I'm just immediately doomed. Plus, it's better for us because the lane is still shorter, and we don't necessarily have insane amounts of power that allows us to roam around the map. In my opinion, right now, I should reset. We should go for Fangtooth, because at this moment in time, I am up in power over him because I actually have a completed item and he does not. And I have pots and he does not. He does, never mind. I have a ward. I should place down this ward that I've been carrying. So, Lightning Hawk, sorry, we'll go over that Lightning Hawk. So, every fourth successful basic attack deals 50% bonus physical power, bonus magic damage on hit. So, basically, the bonus damage is magic damage on hit. And the crest that we're going to go for this game is probably going to be... But they don't have a tank. So, going Eviscerator isn't necessary. I feel like right now I need... I kind of screwed myself by doing that. Actually, I should have just flashed out. But then again, I would have ran into Kalari. That was really bad for me. I should have been paying attention to the minion state. That was really bad. So yeah, we'll talk about the ultimate while we're there. So the ultimate, Shrapnel Cannon. Drongo fires a blast cannon from his bazooka that deals 200 damage plus physical damage, and applies a 35% armor shred to anyone hit for 8 seconds. The blast will knock Drongo back in the direction opposite of where he was aiming, and will push back enemies close. So basically, this is good because it's multi-use. You can use it for burst, you can use it for armor shred, and you can use it for mobility and also peel. So the ways you can use it for armor shred, because you don't necessarily want to use it immediately, right? Because it's going to create a distance between you and that target. So the 8 seconds you're not really going to take full use of unless the target is against the wall. So I would recommend using it in combination with like Gideon, Steel, things that can hold them down. Like mostly teamfight orientated. When you use it to initiate the fight, when you're in a safe condition. Say for example they're all in a Gideon ult and you have like Feng Mao and things that can make use of it other than just yourself. Other than that, I mostly use it for executing and also because it applies your passive, and I also use it for escaping and just knocking people back. Because if for example if you're playing against a Chimera and the Chimera leaps on you, he has a cooldown on that, right? So if I knock him away from me, I'm kiting him. Speaking of kiting, I'm dead. God damn it. I think he has his... Yeah, he has his crest. Pacifier. Yeah, I don't have my crest because I'm not auto-attacking. So, a noob mistake. So what I should be doing is... See the jungle camps there on the left? Whenever they're up, push the wave, take it. Push the wave, take gold buff. Push the wave. Basically, you just want to stack it as fast as possible. So, getting last hits and getting all that in is very, very, very important. I'm actually playing pretty bad right now. I need to probably focus up a little bit. Otherwise, this lane's going to get kind of out of control. So, there are a lot of people here. The wave is pushing against them, so they have to back out. They want to try and take the jungle camp, but I'm going to wait for them to leave and then take it. Or did they take it? Oh, they took it. Okay. That was just the minions. So, yeah. Next item we're going to be focusing on is Reckoning. So basically gives me lifesteal, crit chance, and physical power. Critical strikes against enemy heroes deal 6% of their missing health bonus damage on hit. Takedowns heal you for 80% total physical power over 5 seconds. So it's very good for sustain because of the lifesteal and the fact it gives you health back when you get takedowns, and also the fact that the longer the game goes in terms of me getting crit, the powerfuler that item gets. So it has a pretty insane scaling item. So it's not necessarily a first item in my opinion. I think Lightning Hawk is probably the best crit star item in my opinion. Oh, it's already gone. Okay. So you have to get the timer. You have to actually have LOS on the camp to see the timer. So right here I have my crest. This is really bad because we don't know where they are right now. This is like really bad for us to do this, but we're gonna do it anyways because we'll follow our support. Smile. We'll kill this and run away. I don't want to stay here. I don't know where anyone is on the map. Mid lane's missing, right lane's missing, jungle's missing, and the support is missing. I'm just gonna reset, get my crest, and get some pieces. I'm probably gonna go for the lifesteal and the power, because the crit chance is. I can get basically 45 to do that. So I think the lifesteal is probably better at the situation. So, Eviscerator is good against tanks. Deal additional 3% of the target's maximum health as true damage and heal 50% of the damage dealt. In my opinion, good against tanks. They don't really have one, so I don't necessarily want to go for this one. Liberator, gain a shield equal to 200 plus basically all this stuff. And for 8 seconds, additionally, while you gain 10% lifesteal while the shield maintains. And then Pacifier, dash 750 units and gain 30 attack speed for 6 seconds. Killing a hero duration resets the cooldown. So, we can also buy this because we waited. Smile. So, now we're getting to the scary part. As soon as you hit like one, I mean, even in early game with like no items, Drongo is very scary. The TTK in Pred is very, in my opinion, decent because back in the preview, it felt like you could blow somebody up with like one item. Whereas at least in this, if you get ahead, you'll notice it, yeah, but you won't completely blow them out of the water by having like half an item ahead of someone, which I find is very important, especially in like skill and outplays and stuff like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Again, maxing the E. He stunks down, so I'm just gonna back away. I don't really want to deal with that. Nothing's missing. I can rotate maybe to Fangtooth is not up. I can't really do anything in this situation. This is a problem. I can maybe look for. I don't want him to use stunk. I should have silenced him before. Damn, as if he just came in and yoinked that. He legit came in and yoinked it. He yoinked my kill! I'm going to clear this wave first. And then go for gold. Because I don't want the wave to be so far pushed out. I want to keep pressure on this lane. If possible. Because I want to rotate after this. I might just ult this wave, honestly. Probably should have. No, that's actually pretty bad, actually. I should not have ulted the wave. Because if I go for this gold buff and then they collapse on me, I don't have my ultimate. So, don't do that. Use your boomerang instead to clear the wave. Or help clear the wave instead of your ultimate. I didn't get punished for it this time. But again, it could be a situation where I do get punished. I'm not going to rotate. I'm just going to go back and grab. So, I don't really. This is an awkward spot. Because I don't have enough for what I want. So, I'm going to go with a little bit of armor. I'm going to go a little bit of armor. Just a little bit. So, what this item is Knight's Bane. So, if you would take damage that will reduce you below 30% maximum health, you unleash a shockwave that stuns all nearby enemies for 1.5 seconds, 90-second cooldown. Successful, sorry, I read that rest. Successful critical strikes increase your physical armor by 10 for 3 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. I don't know about you, but they have Kalari, Feng, Drongo. Pretty good. I don't necessarily think I necessarily need magic armor right now. So as you can see here, the pop 125. So basically that's my passive pop. Not my passive, the active from rad rounds. I can't really do anything here. This is a problem. I'm just gonna back again. I kind of goofed. I was trying to show you the pop clearly. I'm just gonna buy a ward and go back. Let's go mid lane. That's where I should have probably rotated to because there's a wave there. And also we can create pressure on mid lane to force them to back off from right. I could just run towards right lane right now and probably kill them, which is probably what I'm going to do instead because the mid wave is already pushing slowly, but it's pushing. I'm going to go right. If we clear this up, we can probably go orb, which just spawned, but I don't think we can because we have a lot of people low HP. So I'm going to pacify here. Okay, I got stuck on the minions. That was my bad for jumping into the minions. I'm just going to max my R&B because it gives me slow. Okay, he dashed away. It's fine. Okay, we want to clear this wave. Try to get the tower if we can. I don't think we can. How low is it? We have a decent amount of minions here. Oh, also my Rad Rounds works on towers. As exhibit A. See the pop? So you can use it on mobs as well, like or Prime, Fangtooth, towers. Yeah. All that shebang. Ah, missed it. Just out of range. So mid wave was not contested. Honestly, if I went mid and hard shoved that, I probably would have got the tier 2. But we got some kills, so it's all good. My team probably would have cleaned up without me, but hey ho. So I'm in a bit of a weird spot because I've tried to build 2 items at once because I'm actually a goofball. So we're going to sell the ward because we didn't use it anyways, and we're going to buy the sword. So in my opinion, I goofed in terms of building items, but it was kind of like an awkward spot. But that was my fault for not looking at my gold and not looking at the map and not reading it properly. I'm going to take this because there's nothing for me to do right now. It's 20 minutes, so I don't think your jungler would mind you taking a camp or 2. As long as I don't take his main buffs. So the mid lane is shoving. I can go hard shove that and then rotate right. These guys are fine. As you see there, I can flick it to the left and to the right, so I can clear out more of the minion waves. I don't necessarily think they need me, so I'm just going to play the objective. Where am I? Let's go. Right, then we can get... Oh. Nice save. So that's get mid. We could go orb, honestly, but we have a few people low HP, so it's probably just best for us to get this tower, go to Fangtooth, and then reset. We should not continue pushing after this. Attack camps, Fangtooth. We shouldn't keep pushing, I don't think. Like we have 2 people low HP, the Howie can do some real damage. I honestly think the Fangtooth is the better play, or rotate left. Also due to the fact that death timers. I mean, maybe we can fight this, but I think this is honestly a really bad idea. We should not have stayed. Yeah, we should not have stayed, but it's okay. We did like 5% damage in him, and now we're going to lose Fangtooth and maybe even Orb. Which is why it's important to understand reset timers. And understand and reading the game from like their spawns, from your spawns, from your health bars, and understanding how long it takes to do certain things, like how long does it take to kill Fangtooth, how long does it take to kill this. So we got enemy towers take 20% more damage, and he's... Ooh. I am getting out. So I should not have used the silence there because he already applied his bonus damage. So what I should have done, honestly, is as soon as I saw him, threw a boomerang at him and run away. And if he gets close to me, just ult. The ult isn't a decently long-ish cooldown. So I'm just going to buy the great sword. I could buy the crit, but I would prefer the just straight out power right now. So let's I'll talk about the item that I'm getting next after I get Knight's Bane. The thing I love about this game is the fact that there is so much diversity in the fact of what you can build and what's good and what's bad and what's like decent in X situations and shit like that. Sorry for swearing. Oh wow, he actually dunked me. That was a good dunk. So I silenced him so I don't get knocked out. He should die to passive. Have a hat. Oh, that should be game. Maybe we don't have ore prime, so maybe it won't be game, but we can have a good chunk here. Oh, also your rad rounds works on core as well. We don't have enough minions here, but maybe. I mean, I do a decent chunk of damage. I'd like to reiterate, I'm playing on NA thing, smile. We're gonna do it. Nice, GG guys. Hopefully you guys learned something. Again, I tried to play the game and communicate at the same time. It's not necessarily my thing. But hey, we live and we learn. So appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the stress test. Peace, my dudes.